What is up, everybody? It's Animac here from AnimeUproar, and today I will be discussing the latest insane twist in the Black Clover story. The vice captain of the Black Bulls may have been an imposter this entire time. He may have been impersonating someone else all along. This was honestly crazy and mind-blowing, so let's get into it. If you enjoy the Black Clover content here on the channel, please leave a like and comment. It only takes a second, but it helps a lot. And if you're new to AnimeUproar, or maybe you watch our videos but you haven't subscribed yet, make this the video that you subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. If you want to avoid missing a bunch of our videos, you really have to go through the trouble of subscribing, hitting that bell, and then selecting the option that says all. I know it's annoying, but that's just how YouTube works. Finally, this video will of course contain Black Clover manga spoilers, so please proceed with caution, you have been warned. Okay, so the new chapter starts off sometime before Noel and the Heart Kingdom gang arrive at the Spade Kingdom capital. The unofficial translation says a few hours before, but a few hours seems like a really long time. A lot could happen in a few hours, so we'll have to double check with the official translation, which is not yet out at the time of me making this video. But the main point is that this is all happening before the events of the previous chapter. Before we saw Nacht seemingly unconscious and impaled upon the magic of Lilith and Nama. And speaking of Lilith and Nama, as chapter 285 begins, they are excited to have some fun and fight it out with the humans. But Nacht knows that he has to separate these two highest ranked devils from Dante. That is the only way that the Spade Kingdom infiltration squad might succeed in actually taking Dante down. Lilith and Nama both appear to be complete psychos who just want to destroy, torture, and kill everyone around them. And yet, Dante is extremely excited that these two devils have entered the world because having strong devils like them emerge from the underworld is exactly what his plan was all along. However, Lilith and Nama don't appear to have any respect for Dante. Despite the fact that Dante played a crucial role in opening the Tree of Qliphoth and letting them enter this world, they just call him Lucifer's toy in a mocking way. Also, I am trying very hard not to mention Lilith's assets in this video because here at AnimeUproar, we are strictly professional and stuff, so wish me luck. So while Dante is busy simping for those high tier devils, an injured Jack steps up to him and says that he is still Dante's opponent. Jack vows to slice Dante, but Dante isn't scared at all. He just seems excited and delighted at the prospect of fighting Jack, as every psychotic weirdo would be. Nacht is forced to leave the difficult task of fighting Dante to Jack as he prepares to summon his fourth devil, the one who looks like a rooster. Nacht calls this devil Wargunner, although we'll have to see if that name changes once we get the official translation. I'm betting that it probably will. Apparently, Nacht had given this rooster devil some other mission very recently. A mission that the devil has presumably completed. That is very interesting. I wonder what this mission was. Nacht then proceeds to use his Devil Unite form with the Rooster Devil to unlock yet another epic form, Gallus. In this latest form, Nacht looks like a mixture of a bird and a plague doctor from the Middle Ages, and he now has access to some pretty amazing abilities. He first uses an ability called Scream to briefly immobilize Lilith and Nama. And he then uses his shadow magic to pull the two devils down through the floor and into a separate chamber of the castle. Nacht proceeds to use Dark Prison Hunting Ground to engulf the entire chamber in shadows, which results in total darkness, ensuring that Lilith and Nama will not be able to see anything. Nacht then begins the game of tag from hell as he attempts to dodge these two devils and avoid their attacks inside this pitch black space. He tries his best to attack the two devils, but unfortunately they are so strong that his attacks are not having any effect. Nacht decides that all he can do is keep dodging for as long as possible until he is eventually killed. But he hopes that even if he dies, he will be able to at least contribute to the fight against the devils by trapping them inside his dark prison. Nacht proclaims that he does not forgive unjust evil and that he doesn't mind dying for his cause. And then we finally get to see some of Nacht's backstory through a sudden flashback. Nacht is a member of the Faust noble family, and he had a twin brother named Morgen. Morgen means morning in German, so one brother is named Morning and the other is named Night. The younger brother was a role model who was loved by many people and who became a magic knight so that he could save others. The older brother, who had white hair rather than black hair, had bad manners and he used magic only for his own selfish reasons. The younger brother, who looks exactly like the Nacht we know, tried convincing the older brother to join the Magic Knights in order to help them save more people. But the older brother didn't see any point in that. That didn't seem like fun to him, and his own amusement is the only thing that the older brother really cared about. We then see Yami suddenly show up as the two brothers are talking to each other, and it is then revealed that the brother with the dark hair, the younger brother who became a magic knight and who looks exactly like the Nacht we know, is not Nacht at all. His name is Morgen, so he is not Nacht. The brother with the long white hair is the real Nacht. Like, what? And that is how this crazy chapter ends, on that massive cliffhanger which suggests that the Nacht we know has a secret identity. So what exactly does this mean? Did Morgen, the younger brother, die at some point, and then Nacht decided to join the Black Bulls in order to honor his brother? Did he also change his appearance to look like his brother in order to pay tribute to him? I can definitely see something like that happening. Like, maybe Morgen died in action at some point in the past, and Nacht felt terrible because he thought that if he had joined the Magic Knights and fought by his brother's side like his brother had wanted him to, he may have been able to save Morgen's life. So then, out of guilt, Nacht decides to take his brother's place in the Magic Knights. And maybe he also assumes the appearance of his brother because he wants to be more like his selfless brother and less like his own selfish self. This would definitely explain why Nacht keeps saying that he hates Yami. Nacht was not Yami's old comrade from the Azure Deer squad. Morgen was. So maybe Nacht actually resents Yami for not protecting his brother since the two of them were comrades. This is the scenario that I'm personally leaning towards. But with that said, there might be more to this story, or something totally different could be going on here. I can totally see Nacht joining the Magic Knights because that's what his brother wanted him to do. But then why completely copy his younger brother's appearance as well? That part is a little sus, as if he's trying to trick people into thinking that he is his younger brother. But anyway, what do you guys think? What is really going on with this Nacht Morgen twist? Let me know down in the comments. By the way, this reveal also explains one image from much earlier on in the manga when we see a silhouette of the Black Bulls. One of the silhouettes is a guy with long white hair, and this guy was never identified. So, back before we knew who the vice captain was, many people theorized that this was this mysterious vice captain. But then when Nacht was introduced in the story, his appearance was totally different. So most people assumed that this white-haired silhouette was not Nacht. However, Nacht's original appearance before he started copying his brother is a perfect match for this silhouette. So yeah, that was Nacht. I think that one important piece of information that might end up being crucial for unraveling this entire mystery is Nacht's surname, Faust. Johann Georg Faust, also known as Dr. Faustus, was a mysterious German alchemist who lived in the late 1400s and early 1500s. Faust was such an interesting guy that after his death he became the subject of folk tales, and eventually a legend sprung up about Faust making a deal with the devil. According to the legend, Faust was very successful in his life, but he was dissatisfied because he wanted more. So he ended up selling his soul to the devil in exchange for unlimited knowledge and worldly pleasures. This is very interesting because we know that Nacht was initially only interested in selfish worldly pleasures. And of course we know that he made a pact with a devil or multiple devils so that he could use their magic. Now, in most versions of the story, Faust ends up being condemned to hell, so that's not really a great sign for Nacht. But whatever happens, I'm excited to see how the elements from the Faust legend are going to be incorporated in the story. Faust has been referenced in many other works of fiction, including in Blue Exorcist for those of you who are familiar with that series. It's definitely a fascinating legend, so it's cool to see Tabata incorporating this into the story. I can't wait to see how all of it plays out. But what do you guys think? What is Yami's true relationship with Nacht? And how did Nacht become the vice captain of the Black Bulls if his brother Morgan was the one who was friends with Yami? Also, is Nacht about to sacrifice his life for the Black Bulls? Or are Asta and the others going to arrive in time to save him? Definitely share your feedback down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more Black Clover content right here on the channel, please leave that like to let me know. And if you are new to AnimeUproar, or maybe you watch our videos but you haven't subscribed yet, make this the video that you subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. If you don't want to miss a ton of our videos in the future, you really have to go through the trouble of subscribing, hitting that bell, and then selecting the option that says all. You can also hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at AnimeUproar. A big thank you to all of our AnimeUproar patrons for making videos like this one possible. Special thank you to Alpha Sigma, disciple of Lord Twigo himself. And I can't forget all of our The One tier patrons, the ones who rise above all other clans, including Ingrata, The World, A Quiet Respect, Pate Heffa, Liam Thompson, Aljatal, Dr. Courtman, Johnny Boy Draws, Emperor Otaku, Spidey Life Tanel, Baked Buddhist, and Tungsten Tarkus. Finally, thank you also to our Pro Hero tier patrons, including the one and only Gilgamesh, Steelers, Angel Cruz, Anatoly Kazatsky, Joe Stanton, Very Gucci, Jessica Calafond, Rathuin Deora, Alicia Octor, Bonnie Parks, Hinokami and Water, The Red-Haired Raven, Joanne Garcia, Jack Watches Anime, Fatboy Games, Ted No Ted, Deadly Saint, Matthew Cruz, and Anthony Schreiber. If you enjoy our videos and you feel that they provide value for you, consider supporting us on Patreon. Even a single $1 will give you access to our patron exclusive Discord, and your name will appear in our videos along with these amazing people. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.